Hey, guess what? No more winning. We're live.
Wow.
Oh, yay. It's daylight savings time, y'all. You know that?
Nope. No, I didn't know that. I wish. I think I have everything mildly adjusted. We're just going to run with it the way it is. Not that one.
Oh, can I get a 5-minute break?
I will drive to your house and shit on your front porch.
Jesus.
Take pictures.
You know where they live. You can drop by too. You can take your own picture.
Take pictures. I should get that. Just send it to me.
Look what I get on your porch.
Jesus. Well, welcome back to StackedDiceRP. This is going to be a shorter session because it is now an hour into computer issues and all kinds of other stuff. But we're going to do what we can. So,
I'm sorry.
Starting off this week with our question. The question for the week is... where did I put it? There it is. What does your character hope for in the afterlife?
That's assuming that you think Cass is going to die.
I'm assuming all your characters are going to die daily, but I mean, it's what you guys are going to do.
I would say... So Cass doesn't really understand what he's seen in that cabin, and he doesn't understand how he spoke with his mom and or dad. Both, really. And he doesn't know if they're alive or dead, but he knows that they are high-powered beings, angelic. And so he just assumes that he's just going to live on because they didn't look like they were aging either. So he doesn't believe he's going to die.
At least not in like the permanent way.
Right.
Yeah. I think most people in D&D think that though, because most people have a god or some version of the afterlife or a different plane.
If not, then you end up on the meat wall.
Yeah. you go on the hill.
Xander just hopes for ladies and good food and alcohol.
He really doesn't know. He's assuming he's kind of already at where he'll be in the afterlife. Not currently, but where he was.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Arwen just wants internal peace. Doesn't matter what it is, just everything to be calm for more than 10 seconds.
I think Kailani, it depends on if she can complete her mission or not. Umberly, right now, if she dies, she's going to be a slave to Umberly. I mean, there's no getting around it, really.
Go down to Umberly's locker.
Yep. Dead bodies and fresh forks.
She's hoping for some type of peaceful underwater afterlife, or either that or, she just dies and becomes part of the ocean and, part of the circle of life underwater.
And continues being salty the rest of her death.
I'm so salty, you guys.
I still hear her yelling at Cass to this day in the ocean.
What?
No, I was just...
Oh.
Nothing to do with you.
Xanathor's the odd one because the player knows what happens when you're an atheist, the Xanathor does not. The Xanathor doesn't really see a god to really worship. He doesn't see a point to it. So he does not know what happens to him when he's dead.
He believes he'll be on the meat wall.
Or goes to Antismodius and the serpentine gets eaten by him.
Oh, Xanathor, always doom and gloom.
Don't understand this meat wall reference.
Essentially, it is, I think, canon lore. If you don't follow a deity or anything in the Forgotten Realms, then you end up just going to a wall of faces.
And you are absorbed by the wall, you don't exist. Your soul is just destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
Then the atheists who refuse to worship a god end up going to the bottom layer of the devil's domain. They go to the serpent's tail, where Asmodeus' true form is, and he devours you.
Beator.
Jesus, bless you.
Bless you, Jesus.
Being thankful that I did not have this mic on, I feel like would have blown your eardrums out.
Okay.
I mean, Austin usually has one good sneeze a session, and it frightens him more than anybody.
Well, do recap real quick. Go and start with one of those. Who wants to go?
I did last time.
Nope.
Well, okay, we started off mid fight down here in this room. Some Durgar and I don't remember who opened the door. I don't think it was Cray. I think these
Cray,
Durgar in here.
Cray's in like another town across the tundra somewhere.
Not Cray. You need to change your name, Matt, on the thing.
On what thing?
On Zoom.
On Zoom.
I don't know how to do that. Why
It's
are you
okay.
Why are you getting a character name off of Zoom? Why don't you look
I
up
just look over.
roll 20?
It's just looked over and it was there.
The Quaggoth opened the door.
Oh, okay. So, okay. So Xandar. Anyway, we opened the door. There's some more Durgar in there that we fought, and then like these weird little. I don't know what those guys were, but they were
Quaggoths.
Yeah. Thank you. I can't say that word. And then there was this guy who's just like a big mushroom fella that was all chained up and being mistreated. So we fought. We killed the big mushroom fellas,
No,
or the
we
little
didn't.
Quaggoths, and we saved the big mushroom fella. And then we pulled prizes out of a bag. We all got some really cool shit. And then we killed the heart, like this weird heart thing that was fueling the forge. My weapon got like super electrified, which is badass and awesome and awakened now. And then Gwen grew up into a really big girl. We're all very proud of her, even though she's kind of horrifying. We all got some little toys. Jesse threw a dead body and some electrical currents over here. Xandar found some potential hostages. And I think Nim found some more bad guys.
You
You
said
done
potential
nothing,
hostages. I thought you meant like for us to hold hostage, and I was confused.
No, like
I mean,
they were being held hostages, but we don't know anything about them yet. We just
There's
know.
nothing stopping us from bringing
We
that.
found potential hostages. Like, yeah,
Cass
they
found
might
me
fit the need for us to hold them hostage. Or
Oh,
potentially.
maybe we haven't checked it out yet. I'm just saying the potential is there. I suck at recap, you guys.
No,
I mean,
That was fine.
Pretty much everything.
better than my recap yesterday. Or last time, I mean.
No, you did good last time. Oh, and then there's like Durgar up here on these towers that aren't doing anything. They're just kind of hanging out, I think, right?
Well, they knocked people off. They killed people.
They killed the bad Durgars.
Yes.
These guys, though, we don't know if they're good or bad.
You're pretty sure they're bad as they kind of turn towards you and started.
As they've been attacking you.
As they turn at you and say, roll initiative.
Are we rolling new initiative?
We'll just go with the one that's already up.
All
Not
right.
even worried about it.
You're God.
It's like, we ain't got time for that.
I say everyone's already on there. I don't have to worry about adding turns. We're good. We're going. This guy's closest around. He's gonna pop around the corner and then use an action to boom.
Oh my
Sorry. That was funny to me.
That was pretty funny. Watching it go. whoop.
Xandar.
I'm gonna stab him.
Where you going?
Hi. And then stabs in the gut.
How many spells?
That's gonna hit.
We leveled up. That's right.
And
Or long rest, I mean.
so let's see. So I roll.
Leveled up, got a long rest.
I get sneak attack too.
Technically, yeah, because
Yeah.
he's right there. Cass is there.
That's what I thought. Okay. Sneak attack for some reason just the way it works for some reason bothers me, so I always think I'm wrong, but I'm right. Okay, so that's
I think it's called sneak attack, and that's kind of weird because it's not really a sneak. It's just that
it. Kind of is if you think
your
about
person
it, because
is distracting them
You
enough.
you have to be
Like,
right, it's like a distracting, but it's still kind of sneaky.
I think it should be like a distracting blow or something.
It also works in sneaking too. So
Well, attack of opportunity was already taken, so
Um,
fit.
where is
Yeah,
my? Because I also get for my psychic damage.
Right.
Why aren't I? Why isn't it in here? What on earth?
It's probably in your features.
It's in feats. I'm dumb, guys. It's fine. I figured it out.
We figured that out too.
Yeah.
No, I figured out that I was dumb. You guys figured out the answer. So
Oh no.
there's the psychic. And then level 2 rogue, I think it's just 1d6 of psychic damage, or 1d6 for sneak.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do 1d6.
Oh,
14. Not bad. And that was to the actual.
Big ass one right here in front of me. Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know if you were trying to attack him or the armor, but we'll just say it's the armor.
Oh yeah. I was just attacking the armor. He just grew big, and I just went, hey, poke, and then I'm bonus actioning, disengaging.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
All right.
Because I could do that now.
5, 10, 15, 20. I think Nin has 30 movement. Just going to give the help action to Big Gwen. It's the only one I can reach.
I don't think I updated Gwen.
Did you just leave, Xander?
Did I back away from the giant monster in front of me? Yes.
Son of a bitch.
He does
because
this.
I'm not upfront. I'm a rogue / bard. I do not do upfront combat.
And he was all up in his face, like pop around the corner.
I just looked at the map and I was like, wait, I'm a lot more alone
You're a
than I
brave
used to
boy.
be.
You're a brave boy.
You got this, Xanda, or
As he runs away, you got this, Xander.
You can do this.
Yeah, Kailani, you can do it too. Everybody just pep talk yourself.
We say no one's going to love you until you love yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Just such bullshit.
Oh no.
Sorry, I forgot Gwen looks like that. I was like, what the fuck is that thing?
I immediately start puffing out my chest to get the size of Gwen and all these other people around me.
You're so tiny. You're just so tiny in there.
Oh my god.
They all use their action though to do that. So.
Oh great.
They didn't get any hits. They're just big.
You have Gwen blocking the entire hallway.
Winning in.
Okay. Well. Sweet. Okay. I guess I'm going to take a stab at that guy. One on the left, right in front of me, really.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the shit. I'm going to attempt it. Actually, at the guy, not the armor. So at disadvantage, right?
Yes.
Okie dokie. Here we go. How'd I do? Still thinking?
That's
fuck yeah.
9.
That's good, right?
Nope.
Okay.
You swing and you can't quite reach where his head is. You can't get a good swing under his swinging massive arms.
I'm going to jump and try to stab again.
Okay.
With a
14 doesn't hit.
Oh, god damn it. Okay. Well,
You jump up and down, flailing your weapon in their face.
Then I am going to.
Didn't one of us get a potion of enlarge reduce?
I'm gonna bonus action Shield of Faith myself.
Okay.
Ray had a potion of invisibility, and I forgot to give it off to somebody, and so he still has that.
Pretty sure
Okay,
Sam
that's
has
it.
a
That's my
spell
turn.
or potion of it.
He's being attacked by a dragon, so he might need it.
Arwen, what you doing?
Muted.
Alright, well, shoot. Gwen's like, she's gonna move forward. And
Arwen, just jump on top of Gwen.
that is true. I have to do an athletics check, don't I? If I want to jump on top of her.
It would take half your movement to do so.
Good enough.
So
Hey, you're on perfect fireball area.
Just, you know. I don't even know where to even sit.
there's someone else. Oh, Nin's under there. I was like, who the hell?
Nin's riding Gwen's back.
Here, let's see if I can do this to the back. There we go.
Oh, what did I do?
Oh, there's a Nim on top of Jesse. Who's
Oh,
on top
Lauren,
of okay.
I'm gonna kick my own butt. I just logged out of the game. Roll 20.
Oh no.
It's okay. This one's loading a lot faster. Compared to everything else I've been on today.
Ow. Let's turn that off before we get a
I feel like
copyright
Zach
thing.
is losing his ever-loving mind.
I know, he's having a rough time.
He's fucking losing it.
Poor Zach.
It's great.
Oh.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Arwen, go to D&D Beyond and take 2 attacks.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
This is broke.
You're broken.
No, it's supposed to mute.
Zach, I'm giving you a virtual hug, buddy. It'll be okay.
What the fuck?
He's just
This is brand new.
Both miss. You can take a bonus action attack with your new bow. Okay, now, because I forgot about your thing as well, take 2 more attacks. Because you technically can shoot 2 people if they're standing next to each other. So you actually...
so awesome.
What is it?
15.
Good Lord, no.
And then a 21.
21 will hit.
Yay!
I'm gonna roll my D8 for all my attacks. God damn it! I'm fucking returning this mic now.
Why?
That pisses me off.
I'm thinking what I'm gonna do. Yeah. Right.
Ooh, I know.
I was waiting on a damage roll. 11 piercing. Are you going right or left side? Okay.
No, back up. No.
Minus 11 damage. Okay.
Can't wait to play in person. It'll be fun.
Alright. Cinder,
It's stuck in my head too.
Alright, I can't hear you. What?
it's your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast the one on the right twice, going for him. I got a 19 and an 18 for both attacks.
Both those hit.
Okay,
You're shooting for the person?
the person.
Let me see.
Did you roll with disadvantage?
Yes, both times.
You can only do that once per turn.
Oh, I can?
Yes.
Okay. So the first one will hit him, the second one will hit the body. The first one is for 7 force, 3 fire. The second one is for 10 force.
Okay.
And I'm going to move up a little bit, but that will be my turn.
That one's down. Xanavor.
Okay.
All right. So first time using it, so let's hope I get it right. I'm going to use my Mirror Light Harbinger staff. And I'm going to expend 1 charge to create an illusory duplicate right here.
Mm-hmm.
And when I do that, it immediately attacks, makes 2 attacks against a target within 5 feet of it.
Okay.
So that guy. So I have to roll d20 plus 7 2 times because it adds my spell attack. So.
Okay. 23 will hit.
Second one.
16 will miss.
Okay, then the damage will be 1d8 plus 4.
Minimum damage 5. Alright. Anything else?
It just vanishes.
Okay. You see a quick flash in front of you, Cass, as it looks like Xanavor standing there swinging at this person and then disappears. Kailani.
That is cool. That is cool. Kailani is. Oh, I didn't mean to roll with advantage. I don't think it matters. It doesn't. I'm just going to cast Bless on Arwen, Cass, and Gwen because I really can't. Everything's kind of blocked and all that stuff. So I'm just going to bolster them a little bit.
Okay. Well, it's Gwen's turn. And Gwen is going to move her way, which means that it's also taking Arwen.
I easily step to the side as this big, large creature just.
Yeah, it just rushes past you into this hole.
Because I am legitimately scared of Gwen at this point.
Yetis, no. Gwen, yes.
Yeah, no.
Gwen's going to take a big old bite at the person in front of you, Cass. For a 17 to hit for 13 piercing. Which is a good hit. And a quick swipe of the claws. Ooh, 18 for 18 damage. That just decimates this dude in front of you.
Yeah.
Yes, good girl.
I didn't even need to roll bless.
This is so stupid.
Boop. Xandar.
E. Who did you cast Bless on?
Just the 3 up front. Gwen,
Okay.
Arwen, and Cass.
Okay. Yeah, see, it says
I
it's
just did
muted,
first
but
level.
you guys can still hear me. Okay. Is this thing dead?
2 of them are dead. The one around the corner that you can't see, probably.
Okay, so that's worse. Okay. I'm going to move up and look into the cage.
I give you the stink eye as you walk past me.
Okay.
Because he left and then came back.
He is trying not to die.
Kaz thinks that everyone's a frontline, heavy-built person like him.
He's like, I understand why you guys don't do the same things I do.
Yeah, you see what looks like a scrawny human in dirty loincloth.
I'm gonna speak to him. Are you okay?
As okay as I can be, I guess.
Don't fret. We'll get you out of here soon.
Appreciate it.
Can I still make an attack roll after talking to him?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, you notice, like, with a quick conversation with him, he's got, like, small malformed ears ears and kind of like pointy teeth, typical of someone that you have heard of from Dugan's Hole.
Someone I've heard of, or the gang has heard of?
You have heard of.
Okay. Dugan's Hole. Okay, I'm gonna do Vicious Mockery cantrip on that other big dude.
Okay. He needs to make a wisdom save.
Yeah, say how could someone love such a hideous monster like yourself?
He doesn't know what love is, and that hurts him. So
Yeah, that's kind of the point. He's just a
So,
big.
like,
He's just in pain. He doesn't even know what he is.
Because I'm missing something.
So he's a beat 15.
he rolls a 5.
Okay.
Technically, he had an advantage, which was an 8, but still. 5 damage. Okay. Vicious Mockery also has another effect that we've been forgetting about, and I haven't been
Really?
reminded of. Yes.
disadvantage on next attack.
Advantage.
Oh, it does. Oh my god, why did I never realize that? And have disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of the next turn. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I would be using this more often.
It's kind of a skill.
It's a big part of Vicious Mockery being an okay spell for something that does
I
like a
should have
D4.
known that. I've played this exact character before with Vicious Mockery. I don't remember
That was also
doing
that was
last
also
time.
5 years ago.
But I
Yeah,
like how we all collectively
We might
forget
not have
this.
been doing that 5 years ago.
No.
Anyway, that's it.
Nincender.
Yep. Help patching Gwen.
Nimsender?
Okay. It's his turn. He sees a giant bear in front of him and is going to swing at that. Miss and a crit.
Oh.
I'm going to.
Oh, shit.
You know what? I'm going to let you go ahead and talk first.
Right.
What?
Thing happened.
I'm going to use my reaction.
Okay.
What
What are you doing?
Everybody rushes at once to
I'll
save
rebuke
Gwen.
the violent.
Rebuke the Violent, which does what?
I'm going to tell you right now.
Wisdom saving throw, DC 15. Wrong thing. This thing.
Ooh, even half on a success.
Rolled exactly a 15, so we'll still take half.
Fine.
This way or this way?
And that means it's going to take 14 plus 9 is 23. 23 halved is 11. Yeah.
After sitting here rolling metal die just for fun, I went to roll this plastic light as shit D4, and I feel like I'm holding nothing in my hand.
Yeah.
So yeah, 23. Does that take away damage, or is it just?
No, that one does not. It just takes the damage.
The RP gang.
Cool. Okay. Well, it's your turn.
Oh, cool. Can I even get over there?
Technically, you just can't end in Gwen's space.
Can I jump off of Gwen over the dude?
If you
You
want
have
to
to
make an
climb up.
athletics or acrobatics check.
You bet your ass I do. Okay. Okay. Athletics it is. Yeah.
That's enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to end up over here. Yep.
Damn, look at you go.
Can I still attack or?
That's some monk shit.
Okay, cool. I'm going to attack. But just regular attack because I've learned my lesson. And I guess I really can't see his weak spot if I'm behind him, right?
Right.
So just regular attack. I have blast too if I need it. Let's see, I'm gonna go ahead and
You will.
19 to hit.
19 will hit.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and smite. You know how that works. Let me roll damage on this. 6, and then if I could just remember how to do that.
Twice a week you play a paladin and you spike.
It's different though on here. Here we go. It's in a different place. Did it roll?
9.
Yeah.
Yep.
For 9.
Okay.
And then attack again. Because why not?
That's an 8.
Yeah, that's not gonna hit. I don't care if I blessed or not. Okay. That's it.
Yeah, so you pretty much spend your turn, you run up, you jump off of Nin's head, off of Gwen's back, do a flip over this guy's shoulder, stab him on the way down, smiting, and then land. And then you try to take the cool second attack and then completely miss. All right.
You already did all your cool moves.
I mean, that was intentional. Duh.
Whatever you say.
Okay. I just had to turn my mic on. I'm like 5 feet away from this big old dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stab him with my short sword.
Okay.
I don't care about the forecast for tomorrow. Go away.
You should.
No.
I really should, but I don't care.
She's off work. She don't got to do nothing.
Right, I don't have anything. So yeah, what happened? I stabbed him.
I don't see your roll.
Really? Oh,
I got
rolled a
nothing.
7. Huh? I rolled a 17.
You rolled a 17? Oh, it's because
Mhm.
that computer doesn't have beyond 20, so you'll just have to tell me what you roll. Yeah, 17 will hit.
Oh,
So go ahead and roll damage off that.
5.
Cass, make me a deck save.
Oh, damn it.
That sounds like a great time. All right, but you asked for it.
Come on, you're a paladin. And
You have the funniest comebacks that make no sense to me.
Yeah, so you don't see this because of the giant suit of armor in front of you, but Arwen stabs the dude in the chest, and he starts falling backwards
Oh shit!
as you turn around, and you watch as he starts falling on top of you, and then suddenly shrinks as you dodge out of the way of it. He just falls dead on the ground.
You don't see Cass hovered over like this at all.
No. No.
He was standing firm the whole time.
And that'll end combat.
Everybody okay? Everybody all right?
Oh yeah,
I'm okay.
Oh, it's fun.
Good. Oh.
I'm
gonna attempt to open this door.
Okay. It is locked.
I think I have lockpick.
Are all these
Gwen,
white things in this hallway doorways?
Yeah.
Or cells.
Tools.
It's cells.
Yes,
It's a
yeah,
cell
I do.
block, yeah.
Okay.
So do they have? Is there a way to can I pick the lock?
Well, it's not like a lock like that. It
Okay.
looks like there's bars that are kind of threaded through it, and you got to remove those. So it's more of a strength thing than dex.
Strength. Hey, Kaz,
Yeah.
can you help me open this?
Need my muscles, are you?
Hey.
Yes, sir.
hey,
I
Gwen,
woke up
can we get
right
out of the
away.
hallway?
Hush, Gwen.
Gwen barks at you.
Where at?
Beep, beep, beep. She backs up.
Yeah, I'll give him a hand.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a strength check.
What kind of strength check?
Just roll strength.
I'm working on
What
it.
kind of strength check?
There it is. 18.
You're able to rip the bar out from being threaded between the doorway, and it swings open.
Nothing to it. Step out of the way. Ah,
Okay.
Except he's just wearing a loincloth, so he doesn't look like that. But
okay. I was like, that's too much fancy clothes.
Like what?
yeah, pretty much looks like a scrawny human in a dirty loincloth, with like malformed ears and pointy teeth.
You okay?
Look.
Excuse me, Gwen. Pardon me. Oh, excuse me. Thank you. Thank you. Good, Gwen. What's going on?
I'm fine.
I asked him how he's doing.
I mean, as okay as I can. Glad to see you guys.
The SOL is here to save the day. So there's a lot going on. I don't know how safe it is out there with this giant dragon going around and hurting people, but I promise you we will take care of it.
I mean, if you can get me out of here, that'll be half the battle, I guess. You guys look pretty well armed, though, so here's to hoping. Just kind of gives you like
Why?
a thumbs up.
Why are you here to begin with?
The Duragar abducted me, and they started to ask me a bunch of questions about Dugan's Hole's defenses.
That's one of the cities, right?
Yeah.
Or towns.
Do we know? Oh, we don't know Dugan's Hole.
We haven't been there.
You guys never went to there.
Okay.
What's the giant mushroom guy's name again?
Plurota.
Right. Were you taken along with Plurota? Were you guys taken together?
I don't know who you're talking about, so probably not.
Are there others that were taken with you, or others in these cells?
There's another guy down there, I think.
Not taken with me, but yeah, you start hearing like a loud banging coming from about the fourth door.
On my way, prisoner.
Well, if you stick with us, we'll protect you.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Do you have any like clothes or something?
Oh, that's definitely.
Do I have any clothes?
I do. I have a set of traveler's clothes.
An extra set of traveler's clothes? Are you declothing the people you eat? Their clothes? They're not going to need this anymore.
This is not my armor. This is just it's just part of my gear.
That's called the wrapper, if you think about it.
Well, what's funny is that like you dressed the mummy up in a teddy bear suit while you had those clothes.
Yes, I did.
He's like, no regrets.
he takes whatever you give him.
Yeah.
Just kind of like, he reaches out a hand towards you, Xandar, but you walk away after he gets done dressing.
Nope. Wait.
No, it's okay.
He just reaches out a hand and is like, name's Pico Quint.
Pico Quint. Nice to meet you. I'm Xandar, and these are the other members of the SOL. I'm sure they'll introduce themselves whenever the time is convenient.
Yeah. No one else would really know this, but looking at him, Xandar, you've been around the 10 towns a couple times, just traveling. He looks typical of what the people in Dugan's Hole look like. Most of them are actually pretty inbred. So he
Lower Kentucky, got it.
He's got, like I said, he's got the malformed ears, and his teeth are kind of pointy. It's just it fits the other ones.
Mac, what's this right there?
Oh, we do not. Shit, what's the word? We're fuck.
Wait, is that Xanafor? Did he change?
We are not prejudiced here. So.
Who is that?
Who's this?
I'm the only one in this room. Like that. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, or when you turn around and see, man.
Looks like an elf.
Yep.
Yep.
Elven man.
There's just a random
Arwen,
fucking
is
element
this
in
a
there.
friend of
I'm
yours?
gonna
Send a
kind of
message
like
to-
draw my bow. I don't know
I
this guy.
said use message sent to Arwen saying, "It's me. I changed shape. I'm hiding from people, so I'm changing my shape."
Okay, all right.
I'm just gonna
okay.
kind of like blankly stare at him, like, "Oh, you should." He scared the hell out of me.
Who?
Just
Arwen, who
shrugs
is
like,
this?
It's what I do.
Eric, why are you talking into a cup?
Can I tell them?
Yeah, so you tell. That's fine.
Well, that's Anivor.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys.
Like
that's-
right before you started saying that, you saw Gwen turn around and starting to start growling a little bit because she didn't
Yeah.
recognize who this was approaching from behind.
Like Xanafor, it might be important if you announce this before you shift.
Oh, you just got some.
I mean,
Let's go with that. Sure, but yeah,
just
Well,
a little heads up.
I have
Just
to
friendly heads up.
maintain my appearance. Otherwise, people who are tracking me will find me. So I have to change once in a while.
That's fine, but just try
I
not
didn't
to get
even
murdered by
process
your
the
own
other one.
friends.
Hmm?
I didn't even process the other one yet.
Well, this one will be less of an eyesore people because drow are hated, but I tend to like your drow or elves, so I'll stay as this form.
Well, I feel fantastic that there's another quote elf in the group.
Cousin.
Xander.
Yay!
Do you speak Elvish?
I was like, do you?
I speak Undercommon and Alphia.
Okay.
Oh, this badass. He
Who's
knows
this now?
That's
The other prisoner.
Yeah, Cass, as you pull the bar out of this door again, and you see behind it a large man. You've heard of these before. You've met one, but they were different, I guess. This is a Goliath.
Oh, good.
Big
He's
boy.
cool looking.
He
Pardon me.
looks downwards to you. He's about 7.5, 8 feet tall.
Not to insult you by any means, but why couldn't you just free yourself?
Because I have no weapons,
Yeah,
and
but
I'm in a
I simply,
fortress.
I pulled the bars open, as you can see, and I raised up my guns. But
He turns
Do
around.
not insult.
He turns around, Cass, looks at the door, puts his giant, massive mitt of a hand next to the bars, and you see about 2 fingers go through. He's like, couldn't exactly reach.
okay, fair point. I get it. It's like when the mouse saved the lion. I get it.
In Primordial, I'm going to call over for Kailani.
Don't know what that means. Thank you for releasing me, though. My name is Kapanook.
Capaduke, I am Cass.
Hey, Cinder.
TL. Capanuke.
Kapanook Tall Tree, Thun Laka Laga.
Well, now you're much cooler.
Bust a cap with the nuke.
I love the names.
Could you
I love
repeat
the
that
names.
one more time for me, please? Kappa.
Nope, but I'll put it in chat.
Kaepernick.
Good God.
So Capanuke Tall Tree, Thuna Laka Laga.
That's character.
Thun Laka Laga, yep.
Oh my god, that's
How,
great.
Is that
how
on
did
the
they
spot?
capture you?
That's awesome.
I'm sorry?
How in the world did they capture you?
Well, I became separated from my hunting party during a blizzard and was ambushed. And brought me to the fortress for interrogation, but I don't know anything about the 10 towns really that they were asking, so I was little use.
Is this the same guy that kind of helped us in the woods that one time? Like the same type of person?
Yes, the
Okay.
was a Goliath as well.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Very Canadian, huh?
Yeah. I'm from Wisconsin.
I am in our time.
Well,
If you
Xander.
can get me some weapons and armor, then I'll help you on your way out of here if you need another fighter.
oh, sure. Here, I hand him a hand axe.
He looks at it and he's like, I'll do what I can with this.
It's like little tiny old dinky thing.
Fine.
I
He looks down to the suit of armor on the ground, and just breaks off the hammer from one of their arms. And like, here, you can have this back.
Oh, good, because I was kind of attached to that. I've had that for a long time, and I was a little concerned actually giving it to you to be in
It's nice. It's got a good weight to it. I understand.
I thought so too. You know,
Throws the half of a hand and hammer over his arm.
not everybody appreciates a good solid weapon. You know.
Listen, Kailani,
Yeah.
as fun as this is looking for some way of shutting off the dragon, I do feel like it'd be easier to kill two birds with one stone. How about I just fly up and talk to this lady, tell her this is done. That way we can just leave. If you guys don't find some way to shut it off. I'll take Xanavor just in case.
Well, I'm okay with you flying up to her, but didn't she say she could help us if we were to defeat this guy?
We defeated the
Sorry,
guy. That's what I'm letting her know.
She never, yeah.
He never said.
No, she would just stay in the fortress and leave everyone alone. That was her way of helping, is not hurting us anymore.
Send her, if you and Xanavor go, and be careful. I think that's not a bad idea. I would ask her if she knows of anything here that could stop the dragon. Again, I think it's of magical means. So
Last time
yeah,
we
that's
talked,
fine.
Are you guys still talking Primordial?
currently, yes.
Okay, never mind.
After that, I'll go up to Xanavor and be like, all right, well, they're going to continue looking for this way to shut off the dragon. Are you okay to go with me to go talk to this lady?
Yeah, let's
Grandma
go.
something?
Let's get this up with. We need to get to the people fast.
Agreed.
Randolpha.
Randolph.
Oh.
Okay, while they're heading up there, Xander,
Mhm.
do you think our new friends here might know of a way to get past?
I
that
heard the whole
barrier we
thing.
couldn't get past.
Oh.
I speak Primordial.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Oh, I was just simply saying, do you think our new friends here might be able to find a way past that barrier we seen earlier? I did an experiment. I know Xanavor will be proud of me, but it reacts to metal. But looking around, some of these people aren't metal, especially like that one guy who is a spore. Do you think possibly he could make it through there?
I don't know. I don't know if it's worth trying. I look at this guy. Did you ever hear about them talking about this dragon? Any information that you might have heard about possibly stopping it?
Who are you talking to, Pico or the?
I'm kind of talking to both of them, looking at them and kind of talking out loud, really loud.
They both just kind of look at you, and I mean, we didn't really hear much. We know the dragon was built out in that area in the forge, I guess. That's where they repaired it and did all the modifications. But never really heard of a shut off.
I look at hold on.
Say it.
No, hold on. Oh yeah, I was right, Pico. Okay, so I look at Pico, I hand him one of my two daggers, and I look at him and said, "Don't stab me in the back with this, all right?" And I give him a wink, and I give him the dagger.
He looks at you and gives you a wink back and says, "All right."
They flirt.
Are we just doing this now?
His cat starts winking at everybody.
Oh, I like that.
I wink at both of them, so I'm just blinking.
All right, I look at Kaz. I don't think there's any way to stop them. I mean, we can look a little bit more, but I think we should leave.
You might be right, but I just, from my experience, anything that is protected by a barrier of unknown forces, it's important.
Well, it might have been protecting from coming into this room, protecting the forge.
I never thought of it that way.
Does it, Zach? Does it? If I were to guess from the direction that that's coming from, now I know tunnels and things are hard to predict, but could I make a guess if going down the other elevator, if that's possibly where we would have came in at, was over there?
Where are you talking about?
Where the electric trap is.
No, because you came in on the farther right side.
Okay, so we could predict if we would have taken the other elevator,
It
we
would
would have came in a different area.
It would probably taken you through these doors.
Okay. I mean,
Where else is
if we
not
can figure out a
exposed?
way to shut it down, can we ask one of these dwarves that I go up here? Who?
Yeah, there's steps.
I can't speak to them. Who can?
Oh, I can.
Yeah, can you ask them if they know how to? If there's what's back that way, and if they know how to shut it down?
Yeah, no problem. Excuse me, dwarf. Hello.
Roll initiative.
That would happen.
Pardon me,
Move
dwarf.
yourself around. I.
Third dwarf.
Oh, yes. Okay, that's your language. Got it. There's a path that's guarded by electricity over there. Where does it lead?
Yes. Leads to the barracks and the treasure hall.
Xandar, he said it leads to the barracks and the treasure hall.
Okay, so probably places we don't want to be messing with because we don't want to piss these guys off. Ask him if he knows if there's any, if he's heard any rumors or anything about shutting off the dragon or stopping the dragon.
Right. Of course. Elephant in the room. We all know about a dragon that kind of got released from here. Have you heard of a way of shutting it down?
I think the only person that could have possibly known that was probably Zardarok himself, but I haven't heard any whisperings of it.
All right.
He has not heard of whisperings. Apparently, the guy that we killed earlier, that Zardarok guy who gave us all those cool things, he knew how to do it.
Oh, speaking of him, I'm gonna look at the crown and inspect it, see if there's anything special about it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Good job, Xander.
So how do you walk through there then, dwarf?
Well, go around usually. If you go by the statue just over there, it looks over the edge and past all the bodies of the Quaggoths. I have to clean that up in a bit. He's kind of pointing to over here. Down where the statue of Deep Dura is. There's a pathway, I believe.
Okay, so it's just your guys' family heirlooms and treasures, correct?
It's whatever Zardarok had.
Oh, Zardarok's treasure. Okay, so you wouldn't care. Well, you know what? That's not none. That's none of my business.
Piss off the help.
Don't know what
That's
you're
none
talking
of my
about, sir.
business. Right. I appreciate your help, Sir Dwarf. Thank you.
All the townspeople burning alive, but we come out.
No. That's why I let it go.
Big
I let it go.
rappers and shit.
But I will make this mistake and tell the Bard Rogue and say, he was saying that there's a pathway by the statue where we came in down to the south. He says Zardarok's treasure. Nobody's gonna miss it. And I'll take my leave.
Oh, through that where I was holding the wall of water up, holding those Durgar back. That was a little hallway.
Yeah.
I didn't expect
Yes.
that. I bet you it's not okay.
So
that
I
makes
told our
sense.
rogue, and what the rogue does with that, I don't know.
Rogue?
What
Bard?
rude.
You're calling me a thief, my friend?
I call it as I see it.
Hey, I may like shiny things, but I think we have more important matters at hand.
Right.
As I'm looking at this very shiny crown.
I'm looking at it right now.
Where did
Are you
Singapore-
identifying it, or are you just looking at it?
I mean, sure. I'll attempt to identify it. I just wanted to see if there's any magic or anything special about it.
Just be careful, Xander. Just
Anybody know where Xanavor and Zanzibar? Nope.
yes.
Nope. Hold on.
Come
Come
Cinder.
on, come on, you got this.
Come on, boy.
Cinder.
Xander and who else?
Xanavor.
Good job.
Where did they go?
He said Xandor
They
fine.
went to talk to the granny dwarf, Grendeloff.
And
Grendel.
The granny dwarf.
Speaking of, as we
Yeah, and
jump to
Sam.
them,
Good job.
The elevator rises, and you come back to the room with all the armors and training dummies and stuff like that. And it's surrounded by Duragar, and then you see Grandolpha just kind of leaning against the wall, waiting for you to come up. He looks at you.
As we're going up the elevator, I'm going to cast Tongue on myself.
Okay.
I got no such spells to do anything with, so yeah.
That way I can speak to him.
She looks at you.
Oh,
Well, any news?
Well, we
Zardock
dealt with
is dead.
Zardock and his devil.
That was a nice surprise. We didn't know there would be a barbed devil here.
I didn't know about a devil either.
Oh,
One
it's
less
the devil
thing
you
in the-
didn't know.
Sage.
Did you know Zardock had a contract with Asmodeus?
Honestly, I didn't know much about him. He only wanted me as his newest wife.
Did all of his Durgar worship Asmodeus?
They followed Deep Dura.
I don't know if I did a check for this yet, but would I be able to recognize this god growing up with Duragar?
If you want to make a religion check.
Okay.
Deep Dura is a Duragar god that's known for their destructive, all-consuming mind. Pretty much, they are conquestors. They come out and take over places, and then spread.
Like Yunagu.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, Yunagu Durgars. Gotcha. That actually makes a lot of sense. Well, the bottom's clear. I'm assuming no, it wasn't a carrion crawler. What was that thing? Umberhulk is yours?
I didn't even know there was an Umberhulk.
There was some Duragar around with the Umberhulk.
You also have a giant
down there on the
creature.
left.
I didn't know anything about these things. I've been up here mostly plotting. I try to stay away from the forge.
We also killed the forge.
Oh, lovely. Well, I will tell you this. I grant you passage out of here, and I promise not to have any plans for conquest of the 10 towns. Just take your things and leave. I don't care what you took from here. Just get out.
You know, if that dragon survives all the 10 towns, it's gonna come back here.
Well, and if that happens, then we'll be in the Underdark by then.
So you're clearing out of here?
We may, with time.
There is a creature down there. It is a giant mushroom-looking thing. It is looking past to the Underdark. Do you think you can lead it to the Underdark?
I'm sure we can take it with us.
Good job, Xanavor.
Mm-hmm.
It's
a friendly creature. It won't harm you. But with that,
we'll have to round up the others. If they'll listen this time. And we will get out of your domain, as it were.
Do you know if Zardock has any more Duragar out in the towns? Or did they all come back?
Oh, I'm sure there's plenty out there helping with the attack on the 10 towns, but I'm not sure. The numbers.
Lovely.
There's no way we can identify them, like tell them we're with you or anything?
Well, if they were Zardoks, they wouldn't care if we were hers.
Yes, but this way we'd avoid hers, that's what I'm saying.
Well, I'm sure they won't be deterred to attack you, whether they know that they are mine or Zardarok's. I can't promise you anything from people that are outside of my range.
Okay.
So please,
We'll be out of your hair soon enough.
take your things and leave.
As we will.
I will
Make this
give you the
cabin
next
ship.
8 hours.
Fuck.
Let's go
Back on
get
the
them.
elevator.
Well, actually, you go up the elevator because it's a continuous thing.
Oh,
Oh,
I feel like by the time we were done talking, it would have came back down.
Oh, okay, I'll give it to you.
hopefully.
It's going back down then. That's fine.
Okay, and back over to us, I guess.
Yep.
Guys, listen, I know this sounds weird. I know we're on a time crunch, but I kind of feel as if we don't check this out, we'll be kicking ourselves in the butt.
No, I'm with you, Cass. I think we should check this out.
We should definitely disarm our enemies if that's even in their barracks. We need to defeat them at the heart.
We don't need to disarm anybody. These aren't our enemy at the moment. We've killed our enemy.
We don't know that.
I think we should finish searching the areas that we can, see if there's any more clues that could help us before we leave to go fight this dragon. Absolutely. But I think we should be quick about it. I don't think we should linger here
No, we
if
should
we
not
don't
linger,
have.
but I feel, yes, you're right.
Okay, let's go. Let's go right now.
I'm going to inform. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I mean, I feel like we need to get out of here. People are dying. We've got some, ex-con prisoners that I think would like to get back to their homes, if their homes are even still there.
Those are some
you're
interesting
right.
looking fellows, by the way.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna let the group know, and I'm just from that point. We'll make it as a group decision.
Yes,
Right,
we're
guys.
back.
Hi. Hey, real quick. I just want to let you know. I spoke to this dwarf up here, and I understand we're on a time crunch, but he did tell us that there is a passage to what they call the barracks and the treasure room of Zandarak. Zardarok. I feel as if we should take a look at this before we leave out of here. It is up to you guys. I'm gonna leave this up as a group decision.
Grand Mothra offered a safe passage out of here as long as we're out soon. They don't want us here.
That's fair.
Xander, I think if we're quick,
Yeah,
I
we
think
saved it.
it's worth just checking. Let's just
And
check
if
while
the
we're
rest
here.
of the group is okay with it, I mean, I'm not going to stop you, but
I know we're in a hurry. I think we should hurry. Let's check these other areas, see if there's anything at all that could help us, and then let's GTFO and go fight this dragon.
I don't know what
there
that.
could be some,
Oh,
in his treasure room, there could be some good weapons that could help, but
but
I'll
don't
let you
want.
guys decide.
I don't want this to bite me in the ass in 30 minutes. When somebody's like, "Well, Cass, we should have left." I just want to make this a group decision. But I am on board with looking at this before we leave, because we're never coming back here.
Yeah. Arwen, Gwen, are you okay? Xanavor, do you agree?
We need to leave.
I think that we should probably leave sometime soon.
I'd like to
I'm
get
up for
out of
either.
here.
Townspeople are gonna die anyway, so
If we're out here,
might as well see if you guys can beat your high score.
It's warm in here. Can we leave, soon?
Oh.
I kind of want to use my +5 persuasion.
I vote we leave. Let's I think that's 3 against 2.
Okay. Well, they told me
I'm fine
about a
with going,
shortcut.
Cass.
What?
I said I'm fine with going. Following you.
Calling you, Cass. As am I. As long as we're quick about it.
I will be quick.
Can
And
we
I will wait here
wait.
for mushroom.
can Xander, maybe can we have a stealthy person lead? Just in case if there's a ton of enemies, instead of fighting, let's just know about it ahead of time and then we leave because
So where's this place, Cass?
maybe send Nim.
Oh,
To the south.
the water place.
Yeah,
Like, we flooded off.
I mean we do. Yeah, towards the elevator.
Cass is now on a wall.
Oh,
Where's our little prisoner friends? Are they following?
I'll let Zach catch
They're
up.
right
Yeah.
behind me.
Yeah, they're following.
Oh, I see.
Cass
Okay.
disappeared.
No,
I
I'm
mean,
okay.
the one that this big fella, hello, big fella, he's quite hard to miss.
I speak
Oh, there you
to a
are.
giant mushroom. I forget his name, but
Oh, yeah.
the duo guards have agreed to
Okay.
escort you to the Underdark when they leave.
Oh, joy.
Oh,
So you shall be going home.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That's the most I can do because we are in a hurry.
Okay. He starts slowly moving.
Oh, goodbye, friend.
oh.
Oh.
You've been a great asset.
In
I hope
this
this guy
room,
sticks around.
Cass, the room you walk into, braziers of glowing hot coals heat and light this room. The walls, which are lined with closed iron sarcophagi standing on end. In the middle of the room, a Durgar has been shackled to a chair. Her flesh is covered with blisters. A pair of hooded Durgar are no longer there, prodding her with iron rods, searing her flesh and causing her to bellow in anger. So you just see a Durgar shackled to a chain with flesh covered in blisters and clearly out of breath. She looks rough.
Well,
Can I see a way of getting her out of there without causing more harm?
You could try. She's kind of just shackled, so you can either try to break the shackles or try to unlock them.
Yeah, I'll try to break them. I wouldn't have a way of trying to unlock. Unless there's no. I guess I'll just try to break them.
You did just bend some iron bars not that long ago. So
But that takes a lot of strength.
you're pretty
Yeah,
tired.
And you're feeling it with this. It's not gonna budge.
Where's Xander?
Bless.
What?
Xander,
What?
I need some assistance.
Zach, I'm gonna check the door.
I'm not sure how much assistance I'm going to be.
Can you try to unlock the locks?
Is there an actual physical lock?
There is.
I'm going to try to lockpick it.
Go ahead and roll me a Thieves' Tools check. Cinder, you open this door into a small room which contains an array of torture devices, including whips, mallets, barbed scourges, spiked chains, branding irons, hooks, thumb screws, pliers, and shears.
Jesus Christ.
Cinder's like, I pocket them all.
21, yeah, you get both
This
of the
room is
shackles off
beautiful.
pretty quickly.
Nice.
Can you
just
walk?
close the door?
Nothing to see in that room.
You just kind of hear, kind of heavy breathing.
I'll put her on my shoulder and carry
You gonna princess carry her over your shoulder? Is that what you're telling me?
a fireman carry.
That works too. Alright, you move at half speed, but you can do
That's
that.
fine.
Why are we carrying this person?
Cass.
I was going to bring her back to. Obviously, she's being tortured. I was going to bring her back to Grand Alpha.
It can probably walk.
Can you? Are you? Excuse me. You're right. Are you able to walk?
Roughly.
I walk up and I touch her and cast Cure Wounds on her.
Start to say, can we cure?
Yeah, you start seeing the blisters start to clear. Your
Oh.
skin's less reddened.
Okay, I set her back down. I guess there are simpler ways, but fine,
You're
whatever.
so very heroic, Cass.
You
Can we
know-
open this door now? Good job, though. I'm proud of you.
You can walk now.
That's good.
Ask her why she was being tortured.
Why were you being tortured?
Well, do you want the long version or the short version?
Actually, we're kind of in a hurry. So, and it was a vote. It was an odd vote, and some people aren't happy about it. So, yeah, short version's fine.
Zodarok was what's the word I'm looking for? Wary of others. Thought I was turning against him.
Oh, so you're loyal to Zardarok.
No, he was right, but that's why he caught me.
Well, don't worry about him anymore, okay? He
Okay.
has been taken care of.
Well, that's good to know. I wish I could have been there and done it myself.
Well, if you just go out this hall up to the north a little bit, you'll see his body, and maybe that would give you some closure. But I'm sorry for your loss.
I'm sorry for your gain. Have a good day.
I guess so.
I
I
have
said
to
good
check
day.
this door.
Okay. You guys all split to different doors. So
Yep,
Oh,
we all sure
Where'd
did.
everyone go?
Go north.
Was there nothing in this doorway?
I'm down here.
To the south, Xandar was a torture room that Cinder
No, that
already
was
looked
down
at.
here, but
Okay.
I'm over here to the south. Oh yeah. Oh, what's in that?
two
We
beds
just-
stand against the south wall of this room, one of them with a Yeti hide draped across it. At the foot of each
Oh.
bed is a stone chest next to a stack of 5 sealed copper kegs. The room is heated and illuminated by glowing coals and stone braziers.
Is it a live
I'm
Yeti?
so no, but Xander, I'm so happy that Cass isn't here to see this. Let me know if he's coming.
He went the other way. I'll go join him.
Okay, but if something's a mimic, I'm gonna scream real loud. I guess my
Well, I mean, if you want me to stay, I'll stay here.
shitty.
Yeah, looking around, this doesn't seem to have anything of value in the room.
Okay, that's actually a 5 because
I
I
know.
didn't mean to roll with advantage. Okay.
Yeah, the only thing you can tell is the kegs are probably some type of ale. So,
I don't,
probably your best bet.
are they like? Can I just like grab one and go? Is it like a huge keg?
I mean, it's probably a good 10 pounds of liquor, but yeah.
I mean, I think I would pocket it for Zanzikoth anyway. So I'll grab it, throw it in my backpack, and be like, okay, all right, that's it. All right.
You put an entire keg in your pocket because this is D&D. Yep. All right. Two featureless stone pillars supported the vaulted ceiling of this unlit chamber. East of the pillars, a Duragar encased in an exoskeleton construct stands before a lowered iron portcullis. A similar creature stands in an alcove to the north. Its squeaky pincers clench and unclench in nervous anticipation. A stone lever juts out of the back wall of an alcove to the south. Neither of them recognize you, so they're going to run at you. And we're going to roll some initiative.
It was my fear.
Listen, enemy, we're in a hurry.
Listen, enemy. Attention, enemy.
I gotta find where you're at to add you.
Fuck.
So, oh wait, is this? Oh, this is not the room that Kailani's in.
Correct.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, no, it was up.
okay.
I searched real good with my 5, Xander. I didn't see anything. I grabbed some liquor.
It's not the room we're looking for, so
This is not the room we're looking for.
looking for a treasure room because people are dying. So what should we do? Get treasure.
No, I mean, I'm not necessarily looking for treasure. I'm looking for clues, maybe. I mean, there could be something very helpful too. I just figured this Zadorak guy, he created this dragon. He must have a way of controlling it somehow or destroying it. Or even somehow linking this dragon to him and his wants and wishes. It's just
So
perfectly-
queer because earlier when I said we should look around, you guys were all wanting to leave, but you know, okay.
Yes, queer indeed. Just saying.
And then when we asked the guys who've been here and worked around him and asked if they had heard any rumors or anything, he said no. So I doubt there's anything there'd be some form of a rumor going around.
But you
Could be.
you gotta remember,
You might be
like
right.
even in the government, sometimes some people have top secret clearance, but their top secret clearance is different from somebody else's top secret clearance, so that way they can't talk about the same things. So some people have a higher hierarchy.
They're all in
So
Dragon
anyway,
Club, and they're not supposed to talk about Dragon Club.
so we're fighting things.
Well, you're
up
not.
here.
You're actually down the hallway, but you start hearing
Right.
some type of weird metal sounds as the stone doors slide open.
Oh, I was getting ready to leave that room anyway, so I'm just gonna go. Let's see, 5, 10.
All you hear is, "We're in a hurry, sir. Please let us pass."
Move aside. Enemy?
I don't
One
want to
more.
piss off the Xanathor.
I'm just gonna start moving towards where the commotion is.
Xanavor?
The Xanathor.
That's it.
Because he's back there in the back, this poor guy. He didn't want to do this, so I'm trying to be really quick. And I'm going to catch hell for this. But it's not all my fault.
No, I agree. I think we should take a quick look around, run away, run out.
It's 3 of your faults.
Nin.
Hey, I'm like in the middle, but
Hey,
you know,
Xandar's not against treasure.
Nin.
Just saying.
It's not about the treasure.
Can't
it's
hear you.
about-
You're muted. Something's wrong.
Who's muted?
Austin.
Yeah.
I can
No,
see
yeah,
his
yeah.
mouth moving, but
Yep.
that's it. Is your headset plugged in?
Is your refrigerator running?
Yeah, if it is,
Do you need to pull down your mic?
Use sign language.
it's batteries day.
Not using headset mic.
Well, you're not using any mic.
I was going to say, we can't hear anything, so technically you're not using anything. Nope.
Mm.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yay!
Okay.
Did you have to
You
pull
are
down your
using
headset mic?
headset mic.
Something must have unplugged. No, it's not my fucking headset. Nin is going to help Etch and May.
Okay. Arwen. Nope. You do come down here and you see what looks like a female Duragar that's kind of walking out. What do you say that in? She's a Duragar.
She can speak Undercommon.
And primordial. Arwen speaks all kinds of things.
It's already even there.
Hmm.
I thought
She's with you.
I thought you spoke under comments.
She
I thought you had
looks at
already
you
spoken.
and doesn't say anything because she doesn't understand you.
I speak common, elvish, and primordial.
I don't even know what primordial is.
It's those from the primordial plane.
That helps not.
I can't help you. I don't know. Look at him, how he cuddles on the pillow. Oh, he deserves a hug.
She speaks Undercommon and Dwarvish.
I knew there was a way you spoke with them.
Yeah, she has
You
Dwarvish.
need to unmute your mic. On Zoom.
Do you?
Can you hear me?
There.
Yes.
There it goes.
Cool. So in Dwarvish, I'm gonna ask her, who the hell are you? Well, not like that, but you know, like who are you?
Do you support Zadorok? Yay or nay?
Puts her hands up. Nephrin.
Hands a little slip of paper like in high school with 2 boxes.
I'm just gonna kind of give her like a thumbs up and then we'll try to walk. I don't know. I don't know where everyone is. I don't know where everyone went. I guess I'm just gonna hold an action until something crazy happens.
Just some crazy shit goes down.
Like she's obviously friend. I don't know where anyone is. Everything seems fine right here.
Yeah, I'm all by myself too. Pikachu?
Mr. Inbred Pikachu.
This one. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see. 17 to hit Cinder.
Isn't that nice?
Okay, and 9 to hit Cass, which is gonna miss. The claw is gonna be 13 bludgeoning damage, Cinder.
I'm gonna use my reaction. Interception.
Okay.
-10.
So 3 bludgeon.
Okay, I'm going to Hellish Rebuke.
Dex save. That's a 14.
Infused.
That's a fail. So 24, that's a 6, 27 fire damage.
Ow.
Yeah, he hits you and then suddenly superheats. Doesn't look good. That's his turn though.
It just doesn't look good.
This
Where's
one's
Arwen?
this way.
Oh, who the fuck is that?
Same thing. First one. 9 to hit. Cinder's gonna miss. 23 to hit Cass, I believe, is gonna hit.
Yeah, that one hit.
10 bludgeoning damage.
Okie dokie.
You go to block one hand from one of the guys, the other one uses that opportunity to get a hit in on you.
I didn't even see you.
Eric. I don't know which we want to go by, so you haven't solidified anything.
Okay. He looks over, he overhears what the dwarven woman said to Arwen. Nods like, you can go. And he returns to just looking at the dead mind flayer.
It's not there. It's Ash.
Still reminisce about it.
Gwen is going to move towards the elevator because she'll have to ride the elevator by herself.
Oh.
Cass.
First attack is going to be at the guy that Cinder just attacked.
Okay.
And I don't know what that was. 13.
13's gonna miss.
God damn, I'm throwing some bullshit out tonight. Second attack.
23 will hit.
Okay.
Zach, you skipped me last turn.
Did I?
Yeah, because the first thing I did was Hellish Rebuke.
You know,
it skipped Crystal too.
Yeah, I thought I saw the turn order skip a whole bunch, but I just thought I was going crazy.
Well, I mean, it's the end of the round for what's going on, so we'll just go right after this.
That's
It jumped from me straight down to Arwen.
Okay.
Weird.
Yeah, I'm definitely. Hold on.
5.
Well.
Yeah, Xandor was right. We shouldn't have done this.
No, it's only been like 10 seconds.
I know it's the longest 10 seconds ever.
And wasting spells and time and energy.
Oh, fuck me. So 12 total.
Yeah, that's double what he had for hit points.
Very good.
So yeah. Kailani and Cinder.
Okay, I'm going to. Oh, I'm going to Eldritch Blast him. It would be disadvantage because he's close.
Mm-hmm.
So with disadvantage, the first one is a 19.
That'll hit.
The second one is a 18.
18 will hit as well.
Okay. So damage, because I can't find my D10s. 9, and 6. Because I already did my fire damage on the Hellish Rebuke.
So 15. Okay. Back to Xandar. Now you hear commotion. I'm sorry, Kailani.
No, that's fine. I'm just gonna boop right up here.
Okay.
As far as I can make it.
Thank you. Now Xandar.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up to right here. Okay. See people are fighting. And I'm going to use vicious mockery.
Okay.
What are you doing? So he has a roll.
Natural 1 on the save for a negative 2.
So he just dies. Got it. Cool.
How much do you hurt his feelings? 7.
Damn.
Okay. 7 feelings damage. Got it. Anything else?
That's it. So I see Kaz, Cinder. Do I see Arwen?
Nope.
No.
I'm really confused as to where Arwen is. Okay, that's it. And my turn.
I love that someone's concerned on where I am.
He's with me, don't worry.
Let's see.
Oh, also, I don't see Xandor. Just realized that.
Okay. He gets multi-attack. Yeah. So, Arwen, you watch as the Goliath runs up and takes 2 quick swings at the person and just cuts him down.
Oh my god!
We're like,
I
yeah,
like
go ahead,
this
Goliath's
guy.
Like,
Can
fuck
we-
that guy.
No, the prisoner.
I'm just gonna kind of look at him and be like, bro,
The Goliath.
The Goliath took out the
no,
prisoner.
I don't know what they were saying. They put their hands up. Maybe they were trying to cast a spell on me.
you're right. You're right. No, she's fine, but now she's not fine.
Oh no.
She's dead now either way. It doesn't matter.
She's free of her life.
Kailani food.
Look, they took me prisoner. It'll be okay.
I like.
Did
your
somebody
logic
explain
here.
that there are good Dorgar and bad Dorgar to this prisoner guy?
I don't
Nope.
think
And when she said, "I'm a friend," nobody was
look.
like, "Hey, yeah."
For now
Alright.
on, I will give you a thumbs up whenever someone runs up, or thumbs down if they're bad. Okay, we're gonna have a communication
Is
system.
it thumbs up or thumbs down? It's confused. Either way. It's
We're gonna figure it out. We will figure this out. Just no more until
Your
I
best
say so.
judgment, I
Alright.
approve.
2 more Eldritch Fists at the one in front of me. Disadvantage. That is a, let's see. Just 16, 17, 18. 24
Yep.
and a 19.
Yep.
Okay. So first one. Total of 6.
Okay.
Second one. 5.
Okay.
And bonus action and attack.
Go ahead.
So 2d4s. Wow. 2 wisdom saves.
What does it do?
Charmed, speed is halved, and disadvantage. Oh, dazism.
He's
So speed is halved.
pretty well
disadvantage on
dazed. Nen thinks he did it, but the dude falls over dead.
attack. Oh, hey, so it burns away. Nice.
Yep. Nope, technically not because it came.
Oh
on the
shit!
second.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's it. End turn. Turn order over.
What's going on over here, guys?
now that we got that out of the way, I tried telling them that we were in a hurry. They weren't listening.
Oh, we took them down pretty quick.
Well, of course, because we're awesome, but that's not the point.
Yeah, in this room you see what looks to be like an iron portcullis. You can see embedded in the north wall next to it is a 1 foot square Chardelin plaque with an oversized handprint indentation on its face.
Oh,
Son of a
that's
bitch.
Looks like a rather large hand. Like, it doesn't look like a human hand per se. It looks thicker.
it looks like it should maybe be the Zadarok guy's handprint, like a secret passage.
Did somebody
Maybe.
pick up that hand?
Or the gauntlet.
The
I have
gauntlet?
his gauntlet and his crown.
Can
Oh, Xandar, try that.
yes.
Yeah, try the gauntlet.
What am I doing with it?
You
Just-
put it in the
Put it
hole.
up there.
Oh, okay. I put the gauntlet up there.
It's up here. It's up here.
It's up
North.
there.
Oh, what?
It's up here, buddy. Right there. Right there.
Wherever it is, I put it up there.
And as you do, the doors raise.
Oh shit! Hey, it worked.
Okay. Okay. Let go and see if it closes. Or
Wait,
if
yeah,
it...
wait,
No.
wait.
I'm not touching it.
I'm
Um,
gonna send in first to see if anything happens.
okay. Yeah, this room seems unlit and contains 4 alcoves along the north wall and 4 on the south wall. Inside each alcove is an iron chest.
Oh, I think we found the treasure. Okay, we'll go in. Okay. Xandar, drop the gauntlet. See. Oh, okay, good.
Actually, whenever the gauntlet was dropped, all of the gates opened too. Because I didn't read that part. I thought it was just the front door.
Ooh.
So you just see a bunch of alcoves with iron chests in them.
Very
Okay,
cool.
everybody pick one. Let's loot. Let's find.
Oh, are these the alcoves?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Hopefully, there's something in here that is
Where is
helpful.
Xandar and Arwen?
They are Xanavor. you mean.
Xanavor and Arwen.
Xanavor. I thought they were behind you.
No, I think they stayed behind. They stayed at the main
I
forge
know
area.
Xanavor stayed
Hurry.
behind, but
But not
we need to
Arwen?
hurry.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So pretty much each of these chests look like they have a built-in combination lock with 3 tumblers that bear tiny dwarvish runes representing numerals that you can guess probably from 1 to 9.
I'm gonna put in the number for that were on the scrolls.
Do you read dwarvish?
Yes, I do. I read all languages.
Okay,
Oh.
then you can do so. Which one are you wanting to start with first?
I'm gonna start with this one.
South one, number 5. This chest contains a folded cloak, it looks like a dark spider silk.
Wow.
And I'm gonna shout out the numbers so they could get to it.
Be careful, Xander, that it's not a mimic.
Don't get eaten again.
So we'll just go kind of in order. You shout up to Kailani. Kailani, the chest in front of you, after putting in the numbers shouted over to you, contains a dozen stoppered gourds, each holding what seems to be a pint of fiercely hot liquor made from fire lichen. Each gourd can probably be sold in town to a town keeper or a tavern keeper for a good profit.
So weird gourds with hot liquid. How many?
10. I'm sorry, a dozen, so 12.
You okay?
12 stoppered gourds of fire lichen liquor.
Okay.
Shouting over to Xandar, holds a gold mask shaped like the visage of a male drow, lying on a bed of 350 gold.
Damn.
So
So
there's
350 gold, and then what else?
a gold mask shaped in the visage of a male drow. It's like made of pure gold. It looks fairly expensive.
Okay.
Cass, are you going to the 3rd chest or the 4th chest?
4th one.
Okay. So the 4th one holds a bundled up gray spider silk robe sewn with dark mantle eyes, wrapped inside of which you find what looks to be a wand.
Very good. I believe somebody enjoy this better than I would. I don't know who.
Possibly a Xanavor?
Possibly a Xanavor, yeah.
Cinder chest
Or Cinder.
6.
So that's it. I'm going to do the second, and because Nin can exert control on fine objects and open containers and use tools with telekinetic ray, Nin will do the one next to me.
Chest 6 for Cinder holds an amber headdress set with 3 large purple pearls. Looks very expensive.
Number 3 has not been gotten yet.
Correct.
I'll do that one.
Nin's chest contains a 2-foot-tall stone statuette of a 2-headed looking demon with long tentacles for arms. It looks kind of heavy, probably weighs about 50 pounds.
Okay. Okay.
And then I got number 8 over here.
So, as you pick it up, make me a charisma saving throw, Cinder. I know you're pretty good at these.
Is this a magical effect?
This is not.
It never is.
Oh.
Is it a charisma saving throw?
Yep.
I'm gonna use my 2 new dice. So that is 15 plus 8.
Nice.
Yeah, it passes. You have no ill effects from it.
Interesting. Kind of shake it off and just keep stuffing it in the bag.
Yeah, you just got like a weird feeling, like you kind of made eye contact with it. And it was just like gave you the heebie-jeebies.
Do not make eye contact.
What was it that you got in the first chest, Cinder?
Spider silken robes.
Spider robes.
You don't.
Yeah, I got some of those too.
I'm
then I could be
keeping a
wrong.
list is all I'm doing.
Oh, good, because I also ended up with some spider robes.
Okay, so
Yeah, with a wand.
Yes.
Okay, chest 8 cast houses what looks to be an inanimate Frostmaiden skeleton. It seems to be encrusted with some type of weird yellow, maybe like mildew or something. In one of the skull's eye sockets looks to be a false eye made of moonstone.
Also, I made a way.
Guys, what should I do with this?
Moonstone.
Did you-
Hold on to it. Does
I
it
don't
look
know.
like it could be worth something?
I don't. It's
can you
that-
grab it and we can bring it back to Xanavor and let him look at it?
At this point, we're here. Just take what we can. We might as well.
how heavy is this chest?
It's bolted to the floor.
Okay.
It's meant to be a chest area.
It's got a bunch of yellow stuff on it. Should I touch it?
Just grab it.
Or use one of the robes to grab it. Don't touch it with your hands and pick it up and
I'm just gonna grab it.
Okay. You reach for the eye, and then suddenly there's a big poof of yellow as the yellow mold erupts. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
and Carolina's just gonna walk back. I'm just gonna head
Oh,
out.
it's too late. You're right there.
I'm just gonna head out.
He's a paladin that's immune disease if it helps.
Nope,
That
not
does help.
diseases.
Oh fuck.
It never is.
You're fine.
Yeah.
Take poisoned. Beat the saving throw. Yep. Yeah, so
Has some good with Sona gems. I'll look at
you
it later.
pull the gemstone eye out, and it just kind of poofs this yellow mold into the air, but you just kind of wave it off.
I blow right back at it.
Well, let's get going.
Well, there's one more. I'm opening the last
Oh, is
chest.
there?
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Chest
there's last one.
3 contains a silver
yeah.
chalice shaped in the likeness of a spider and inlaid with 8 obsidian eyes.
Wow.
Is this like worshippers of wolf or
They're
whatever?
they're
Spider
all.
things.
If you notice, there's a pattern. It's all drow stuff.
Yeah. Underdark.
I don't. That doesn't sound cool.
Well,
Drow
they're Duragar, so they've probably raided a lot of drow, right? Because aren't they enemies of some sort?
Correct.
Or they're
Probably.
gifts
Yeah.
given to this guy. I don't know. Either way, doesn't anyone find any weapons
Unfortunately,
No.
no.
I found this wand.
other than? Okay, so we have a wand. Okay. Well, Let's go. At least
Yeah.
this stuff will be useful to us in sense of we can.
And do you know who it's not useful for? There are
Who?
two. The Durgar. We took weapons out of enemy hands.
Yeah, sure.
Positive outlook. Think about that.
Yeah. Well, let's head out. Hopefully, the gang's all good that we left behind.
Well, of course they're good.
They are with random people we don't know.
Oh, this is true.
I mean, did you
Of
see
course.
that guy?
Oh, there they are. Oh, thankfully everybody's okay.
I wasn't
Okay.
gonna tell him, but he was a big dude.
Yeah. Where is he?
Yeah, Cass, the person that you just healed
I
after getting out of the torture chamber, you see like 2 large gashes in her front and laying dead on the ground.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Cass didn't heal. I healed.
Oh, you healed. I thought
Yeah.
that it was lay on hands.
No, we just freed her.
It was cure wounds.
That's a spell slot laying there
So
dead.
what happened here?
I didn't do it.
Did she attack you? Are you okay?
She
No,
came out and
no.
said something in a weird language and then had her hands up. I thought she was casting a spell, so I attacked.
And I was speaking her in Dwarvish,
Okay.
which he apparently does not understand.
I don't know what these things are saying.
Well, I don't know who you are, so I don't know.
Okay, well, let's just get out of here before people notice.
But I do have. Okay, we're gonna have to talk about this later.
Okay, later,
I do have
later.
a problem with that.
Oh, hi, Gwen. Jesus.
Yeah, you can't miss Gwen.
And I'm Kailani, by the way. And what is your name, large fellow?
Oh, Kapanook.
It's Kapanook.
And nothing else? No other? Just-
Gang, Kapanook,
It's Kapanook Tall Tree Thun La Kakalaga.
and that's
Really wanted to
Pico.
hear Zach say it again, but whatever.
This is Arwen, Kailani.
I'm Cass.
Yep, that's Kaz over there. Cinder.
Whee!
And is Xanapor around? I don't see him.
I think his name is Nick now. I don't know.
Nick? Okay, we'll
I'll
get
explain
to that
later.
We'll get to that later then. Okay.
Okay, just wait our turn on the elevator.
I asked the new guys, are you guys hungry?
Starving.
I give them both a ration each.
They start inhaling it while they wait.
Oh yeah, I forget that they may have not eaten.
Yeah.
You're so thoughtful.
Did my check of the crown ever turn anything up?
It doesn't look to be magical of any
Okay.
sort. It is made of Chardolin.
Oh my!
So is the gauntlet, though.
I think you should have known this.
Oh,
He actually wasn't around, so he doesn't really know anything.
Oh
I was about to say,
shit!
yeah, we never talked to him about any of this.
But I'm pretty sure we said be careful.
We
with it.
talked about it
yeah.
with Moose Man.
Xantagon.
Moose Man.
Wow, pulling a real Jesse right there, aren't you?
I can think of
Hey!
things.
Wow.
I'm sorry, it's been a while.
It's better than Horseman. He couldn't even get the animal
I
right.
got the right
What
species.
was the other one he called me? Halfling?
I didn't call you a halfling.
You called me a half. I swore you called me halfling or half something.
So
I probably did. Probably called half something.
Are the 4 going up next, or is Gwen going up next?
Gwen can go up next, I guess.
She's the only one that can go.
Yeah.
Okay. Gwen climbs on the elevator. It kind of creaks as she gets on. Slowly, you can hear the chains like creaking as it races up.
What's a gauntlet?
The gauntlet?
No, what is a
Gauntlet
gauntlet?
is like a big glove.
Think you have a Thanos
Yeah,
hand
like
right now.
Oh, true. Okay.
Yep.
It's essentially a Thanos glove made of Chardolin.
Where did everyone go?
Oh,
There's Gwen.
Out of here.
Okay, so
But another minute
anybody
goes
have
by.
next one?
I don't know if it's gonna matter, but I have tongue and it lasts for an hour.
And I have more rations if you guys are hungry. If
Oh,
you
yeah,
guys want
absolutely.
more.
I mean, these rations are good and all. Kaepernick is talking to you. Honestly, I think you should come back if we get out of here to Wormdude Crag. We'll show you a real hero's feast.
Which one's saying that? The big guy?
Yeah.
Where?
You may have just killed somebody, but you're
Wormdude Crag.
if it's still standing.
Warm to Greg. Okay.
Worm, do
Worm.
Craig.
Okay.
And where's that located?
Out in the mountains.
Oh, we have some really bad experiences with mountains around here. But maybe, yeah, that's something we could do. Shut up, watch. He just invited us back to his mountain land.
Who did?
The big guy.
Let's do it.
No,
It's not.
I mean,
Right. Dragon.
You guys gotta save some people.
Well, I mean,
we're apparently all about.
that's what we're doing. I'm not even with you.
No
I can't.
offense, Cass, but your guys is like what? 1 for 1? 2 for 1?
What? I'm 2 for 1 on what?
Saving people.
I have saved
we're
everybody
three
I've
against-
met. You
Oh
guys
my
are all
God.
still alive, aren't you?
we're like the Winchesters. This is what we
Your
do.
old man.
We save people.
How would
Oh,
Cinder know
man.
about the old man?
I was
Okay.
there. I helped buried them.
Yeah, Cinder's the one that set it
Oh,
on fire.
Siegfried was there. You're right. I didn't
Yes.
think he was.
Let's get
Yeah.
something straight. Have you
I
died?
forget Siegfried and Cinder's the same person.
Well, that's
No.
not. That wasn't my concern. I just had forgotten that he was playing Siegfried, not Sanskop at that point.
I'm going to be honest with you, Cinder. Are you oblivious to the fact that I could save everyone?
Clear or not, 'cause 2 people died.
I believe that you think you can.
I believe
Alright.
you think I can.
Let's not squabble here. Let's.
Yeah,
Well,
Yeah,
we're
can we
waiting for the rest
go?
Going here.
We're waiting for the rest of the party to get here. So
Yeah, we're squabbling. We're waiting for y'all.
all I'm saying is I believe I've done a phenomenal job of making sure everyone that is close to me is staying alive.
We had a concert and
staying
killed
alive.
that man in the process.
Where?
listen, you
It's
guys,
like a voice in my head, I think.
stop bickering.
Xanbor's right
fine.
there.
We all have the same mission. That up there's where Grandy Low.
You can't hold that against me.
Kailani yells down the hallway as she hears bickering through the halls.
You can't hold.
Did you see yet? I know down the hall.
Stop fighting!
You can't hold that against me.
Oh, good God, there's everybody. Okay. Oh, Arwen, everybody.
Let's just get out of here.
Yeah, let's just go. It's not the time.
Tired of this dirty Dugar kit.
Dirty Durgar Cave.
All the NPCs are outside.
Oh god, I forgot we had those.
The doors are closed at the moment, but if you remember right, there's a switch over here, which suddenly gets pulled.
We did. I
Guess
remember that.
probably one of the Durgar Underground Alpha opened it for you, knowing that you were
They
supposed
said
to.
they're going to give us passage. I would assume that means opening
Get the
doors
fuck
for
outta
us.
here.
Yeah, or we would have been here a while, let's face it.
Yeah.
God, Gwen. It's just really noticeable when
Oh,
everyone's
we've got a
around
pain
her.
getting down.
Yep. Now
I'm
you guys.
instantly gonna climb on her.
Yeah, that's fine. You start making your way down the stairs on the cliffside to the bottom. Where you headed to?
Oh God.
Well, Xanabor knows.
The first place the dragon would have struck is Sunbright, and then it would have gone to Dugan's Hole.
Sunblight is here. This is Sunblight.
It left here.
Okay.
Okay, so it went to Dugan's Hole first. Then would probably go to Goodmead, East Haven, Care, Dinaval, I think it's the name of it.
Can we deduce like how long it has been and like, I mean, really honestly give it a good guess as to the time that has passed and where we think the dragon would be now or headed next? Because I almost feel like it would be not worth it to go to the first town.
We need to pick a town that's towards the middle of
Right.
where it's
Like-
going to go, and we need to build up defenses and see if we can
Tourmaline
stop it
and
mid.
I almost
Westwood
feel like
would be my
East
guess.
Haven if we can make it, right? I mean, it's a familiar town.
Would we be able to get people to meet us up in Eve Haven in time?
I
We have the
could-
dwarves. We could ask the dwarves to come help us fight the hobgoblins.
I can ask. I can send
bugbears,
messages.
sorry. somewhere
tell
like
them.
Lonelywood or somewhere of that area, maybe. I just don't think we can get to East Haven and have everyone group up in time.
Surely
Okay.
Lonelywood is more in the center of the pattern.
Is
Why
it
don't you
okay?
man just message
Also, we had to think
Zanzibar
about
and see if
how
it
long it would
reached
take us to
East
get
Haven?
there.
Oh yeah, why don't I do that? Okay, you guys, I have limited use of this. However, Glenn, I will tell you exactly what I can do. I have 2 more uses, so I can send a message to 2 people. One of those people could be Zanzikoth to gauge where everything's at. Has the dragon been by there yet? How is he holding up? That sort of thing. Hopefully I get a message back. The second message I can send to one of our allies, so to speak, either the bugbears or the dwarves, and tell us to meet us somewhere, depending on what kind of message we get back from Zanzibar. What do you guys think of that plan?
That'll work. That way we
Good
know
enough.
ahead of time. Is that Trembling or not? Or East Haven or not?
Right. Okay. So, Xanavor, can I see the map again real quick?
Sure. And I hand her the map.
So, okay. First thing is first. So, Sunblight, Dugan's Hole, Good Meat. Okay. And my message is sending. I can do how many words?
25 words.
Okay. So, let me type, I guess.
So, Xanavor, you got to look at the map, obviously, and you could see its trajectory. Do you understand how long it's been?
I cannot tell you how long it's been, honestly. And I can't tell you the rate of its destruction because it's such a massive creature. I don't know how powerful it is. It could take hours. It could take a whole day. I don't know.
And
It just closed out of the of what you just gave us.
you can pop it out, the Dragon's Flight path. Just pop it out.
That's what I'm looking. Is that under journal? Oh shit! There it is.
Are we in an agreement? We're going to try to meet at Lonelywood. Is that the meeting place before I send this message? Because I won't be able to message him back.
I haven't been able to look at it. Hold on. East Haven. Tourmaline would probably be better. It's easier to probably hold.
Lonelywood, they can hide in the woods, hopefully.
I need to know, guys. What do you think?
It's just you got to think about how long it's going to take us to get to these places too. I don't think we can get to East Haven in time. By the time it's flying faster than we are, we have to cut it across.
So either Tourmaline or Lonelywood would be best because we can just do a straight path there, just straight cut while it's going around. That's the only way we're going to be able to head it off. So we need to know Tourmaline or Lonelywood.
I mean, I say Tourmaline, unless you guys think Lonely would be easier to defend, but we'd be letting the dragon destroy Tourmaline.
Yeah, we would have, we'd be giving it, no matter what, it's getting a clear path to a lot of places.
I mean, it's going to hurt a lot of people, but if we can stop in his tracks, at least not everyone will get hurt.
And I like the idea of Tourmaline because it's before Lonelywood. If we can prevent the dragon to get to Lonelywood, at least we can save one of the towns that we
where we
care
put
about.
The concert on, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Those people sure will probably trust us and then work with us. They know us. I say
hopefully
Tourmaline.
we stop it before it gets too cray. Okay.
Tourmaline sounds good.
Tourmaline. Going to rally. Okay.
So we want to
Tourmaline.
Just we're planning here. So we're definitely going to ask the dwarves calling it favor to meet us at Tourmaline.
Yeah.
And you said you can make one other call.
Yep. So let me read. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Because we could call the bugbears. I don't know. Is there any other allies we can think of?
You know,
they have 25 words, right?
The bugbears are farther away than the dwarves because they're up on a fortress on Kelvin's Karn. The dwarves are in the Dwarven Valley. You haven't heard anything from Lonelywood with Cray, I don't think. Or the mummy.
We warned him.
You did warn Cray, yes. Trying to think what else.
We could ask fuck, kobolds. Oh, what's wrong with me? Ask the kobolds that you guys seem so fond of.
So I haven't sent this yet. Let me know how this sounds, and I read out this message to you guys that I just sent. So let me know about this message before I send it.
Being a man of words, I can definitely assist you with that.
Okay, I get.
Kind of gives like a pompous, like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, listen. The grammar, the spelling, none of that is important.
Being a man of theater.
Theater. You're being a thespian myself. Okay. What you think?
What's your wait? Hold on. I'm not in the right. Did you type in the chat?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I wasn't in the chat, so I couldn't see it. Is this you're sending this to Zanzikov?
Yes. Sending it to East Haven so we can kind of gauge where the dragon is, telling him to rally who he can, meet us formally. However he does that along the way, if he goes to other towns and whatever he does.
I think that's fine.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to spend my spell slot. I'm going to send that message to Zanskov. And please respond back. Hopefully we hear back.
Who'd you give the ring to?
Kaz.
Oh, you trust Kaz with the ring?
He's only got one hand.
No, he's got two hands.
Oh, yeah, you do get two hands now.
Thank you, Mom.
You have too many mamas. You have too many parents, okay?
Okay. So you send that to Zanzikoth. Zanzikoth, you can reply.
Okay.
The dragon is currently attacking East Haven.
Oh, fuck.
Fuck.
So do with that information what you will and make it up.
Yeah, I knew we wouldn't be able to make it easy.
How long has the dragon been here, would you say?
The dragon has been in East Haven for, say, about 30 minutes now.
That's a long time. Can we, while I'm waiting to hear back from Zanzikoth, can we determine at what pace we have to set to get to Tourmaline? Like, how can we get there the quickest?
Yeah, well, also,
I mean,
can we also determine, we know when that thing left, we watched it leave, and how long it took to get to East Haven? Like, how much time was that?
Well, we haven't heard back from Zanzikoth yet, so we don't
You
know
guys are
that.
about 5 hours in right now.
5 hours from the time it took flight?
Yes, you guys are at the front door of the fortress 5 hours after it took flight.
And how long would it take us to get to Tourmaline?
I mean, right now all you got's feet, so you'd have to go either through the mountains or around, which causes its own set of issues. We'll say you go around for now. Make your way out.
Say, this is going to be days, is it?
Walking, it's going to be, at least like 12 hours to 14 hours of walking.
All right. Do we have any way of getting there quicker?
You do know there's like other cities along the way that you could stop in and maybe scavenge something so you can cut down the second time, but getting back to the 10 towns, you're the farthest out right now.
Could I maybe pull from the, well, shit, I don't know how that works.
We could also warn
I could
towns if we
pull
didn't
from the
stop.
bag of tricks, see what
You've
kind of
already
animals.
used it. You just used it for the badger. That was the last pull until your next dawn.
Fuck, when's dawn?
It's at this time probably about 6 hours from now.
You guys, at 6 hours, I could possibly pull 3 creatures, tie a note around them, and send them off in different directions to give some type of word.
That seems risky.
I mean,
If we
It is what
can't,
it is.
if we
Either they
can't
make it
make
or
it
they
a
don't.
Tourmaline, then we need to make it somewhere else. It's
I already told you it's
unfortunate
not Tourmaline.
because if 5 hours to got to East Haven, it's got 2 more cities it's going to hit, and then I'm going to guess it's probably going to be those are smaller cities. Another 5.
So as you guys are talking,
Yours.
Zanzikoth,
Dragon King half
I
hour
was
ago,
going to
but
say you would have to say this out loud because those all do not go through.
What
You
doesn't
get
go through?
Dragon came half an hour ago, trying to attack it and get the citizens out. That's it. It cuts off there.
Okay. Shit, you guys, I don't know if he's going to meet us or not.
The way I see it, if you told him we were going to be somewhere, we need to make it our absolute mission to be there.
Absolutely. But but it sucks. We didn't know. Okay, I have one more sending left. What do we do? Now that we have this information, we know it's at East Haven. We probably won't make it to Terminate on time. I have one more chance to communicate.
We make it to
We
Terminate.
might.
Change our plans?
It's not completely out of the realm that we can't make it. It's just going to be
Right.
close.
Exactly.
And
And
Shander, possibly.
Where's Prince? Okay. I mean, but we told him Tourmaline. I need to either tell him a different town now, or I use my last spell to try to bolster our allies to meet us to Tourmaline.
Let's try to stick to the plan and go to Tourmaline. Maybe when we hit one of these, we can get some sleds. One of these
Agreed.
towns.
Okay.
and we can at least, if we rally the rest of the troops with your message, maybe they can at least delay it a little bit.
If we leave here, could we go through Goodmead, through Brinshander up to Tourmaline at all? I don't know. Maybe on the East Way we'll run into people that can help us. That's a pretty commonly traveled road.
I
You
say we
could.
double
There's water in the way if you go towards
Well,
Goodmead,
water
so doesn't
doesn't
bother
stop
you.
me.
Yeah.
I can't swim.
So you would
At
either
all?
have to go this way or this way around it.
We're going to have to double time it.
Because you can
But
go,
we could go
under Redwater
here.
to do this whole to Goodmead to
Can we
Terminal.
not here through the east, like this way?
You can try.
I mean, that would be the quickest way. We still kind of crossed a lot of busy roads right here where we may find survivors kind of fleeing or, you know, travelers that, I don't know. We don't hit any major towns. But again, once we get to the main road, if somebody wants to branch off and make haste to Goodmead or Brinshander and meet us in Tourmaline later, or try, I mean, that's fine if we split the party at this point. We got to get going. What are we doing?
Let's
We'll cross
head
that
to
bridge when we come
let's
to it.
message the doors and let's go to Tourmaline.
Dwarves or bugbears?
The dwarves are probably better fit. The bugbears.
They're
I
up
don't
in a fortress up in Kelvin's Karn. They're not going to make it.
I mean, they would make it faster than we would, but
Maybe if we tell the dwarves to make it to Kaer Konig to at least delay the dragon.
What's the name of that metal? Chardolin? Chardolin?
Charlatan.
Thank you.
Everyone.
That would maybe buy us some time to make it to Tourmaline on time.
no. I mean,
Or
it
just
would,
let
but
the
it
dwarves
defeats the
die.
purpose of us all grouping together and attacking.
Sure, we might not be able to meet up together for the fight, but at least it'll slow down. Maybe.
We don't even know. I mean,
Right.
I think we stick to the plan and we just book it.
Look at the Tourmaline.
We estimated about 14 hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
12 or 14, yes.
Yeah, this sucks.
Fuck.
Okay, you guys, before I send this, let me know how this sounds to the dwarves.
Yeah, sounds good.
Looks good.
Okay.
And we're
Let's
sending
send-
that to that head guy, right?
Yeah. I forget his name, but yes.
The guy from the Black Iron Blades that's in Brinchander?
The guy we had the favor with.
Yeah. The Black Iron Blades dude in Brinchander?
Yep. I literally have Black Iron Blades, Bryn Shander. I don't have a name. What the fuck? I just have Black Iron Blades, Dwarves, Bryn Shander.
Okay.
Where the dwarf fortress was, right?
No.
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 The guy who gave you the
This is
favor
a-
was the
He's
one
the
you.
bugbear is the Jordan.
Right. I was just checking to see if you guys knew.
And
This is
they'll
a
definitely be able to
blacksmith.
make it
Yeah,
to
th-
Tourmaline.
this was the blacksmith that people kind of talked down on, but you brought back all his ore, so he gave you dwarven favor.
Oh, that guy.
He does reply back to you and says, "Well, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it to Tourmaline, but I'll definitely get Bryn Shander set up and send out some scouts."
Wait a second.
Well,
Were we stupid with this? Was Brinchander the last on the list? So it would have given us the most time to bolster
Yep,
it.
Oh, yeah.
last on list.
Yeah.
Yeah, but all the towns would have been destroyed by the time
Right.
we got, we
So,
would have
I'm
saved
sorry.
one city.
What did he say? He said, "Nah, I'm good. Not going to meet you in Tourmaline, but I'll be in
They're
Brinchander."
gonna hunker down and they're gonna send scouts out.
Okay. I don't know what to take.
There's
there.
nothing you can do with that.
Yeah. Nope. That was my last spell slot too.
That was basically a no.
Well, no, it's another person that you gave information that, hey, by the way, there's a city-killing dragon on the way.
Mhm.
Maybe you should get ready. So,
Yeah, I mean that's good.
it's still good. It's not what you were hoping for or what you were thinking of, but it's still good.
And then we book it, right, guys? Booking it.
And when we
Don't slow down for anyone. That means Gwen. Or that means Arwen. If Gwen can take you further and faster and you get ahead of us, then that's fine. Just be safe and don't worry about us. Don't slow down for anything.
How many people can fit on Gwen? Just one?
Just one, yeah.
Okay. All right, that's fine.
Just
But
go.
we're
girl.
going. Just to be clear, where are we going? Gwen, pay attention.
I'm listening.
Okay, we're gonna have to go, and you guys, we're gonna have to go out of the mountain. The quickest way out of the mountain, right? To here. From here, literally. Well, if you can't swim, we're gonna go right on this edge through the main way. Hopefully, being able to gather some people along the way directly to Tourmaline. So
Tourmaline,
27.9 miles,
Okay,
and this path. Unless anybody else disagrees, but I think that would be the best path.
Yeah, and the wind is like picked up. Like the weather's still shitty. Like the wind's picked up. It's snowing, but it's gonna be a trek and it's gonna fucking suck.
All right, let's go.
Can I?
But
Let's do
standing around jibber jabbering ain't moving your feet. So keep going.
I'm moving my feet. I moved it.
Me
I'm
and Gwen are
moving.
already walking.
My
I'm
feet
inside
says
already.
move.
Running.
So you guys start making your way through the mountain or around.
Just whatever this is. This looks like the shortest path, so I guess out,
Around.
not through,
Okay.
around.
Okay, so you go around the mountain. It takes you about an hour, but you make it to the forest on the edge of the mountains. And over the sound of the wind, you can start hearing what sounds like barking dogs getting louder. Through the blowing snow, you see 3 wooden sleds pulled by canines as big as wolves. The closest driver calls out, "Can we be of service?"
You have no idea how much of service you can be. Yes, we need to commandeer all of this.
Or we can just get a ride.
No, I thought they
We're
can only hold
We need
certain
to get the
amounts.
trail lane.
We are the SOL. There's a dragon attacking the cities. We need to get to Tourmaline as fast as possible.
Oh, I know who you are. I've been looking for you.
Is
What
Who
Lord.
sent you?
do you mean you've been looking for us?
Well, you're the heroes of this area. I have a quest for you.
Mhm.
But it doesn't matter right now. There's a dragon attacking the towns.
I have a
We need to
quest
go.
for you.
Yeah, you see.
Greetings, adventurer.
Yeah, taking a quick look around, she seems to be an older lady with white hair and an eye patch. She has an owl on her shoulder that's currently looking at you. And
Are
then
you the lady with the kobolds?
You take a quick look around as I'm still describing, and you see the two other sleds are being driven by what looks like two kobolds.
Oh no.
One of them has pretty much lost half of his torso. Looks like acid has eaten through him. There's gashes in like their hide armor and stuff. You get the feeling that these are both undead kobolds that she has in service of her.
Son of a bitch.
Wait,
Worry about that
is
later.
this the
Dragon.
woman that?
Yeah. Were they undead when?
Nope, they weren't whenever they met the kobolds, but somewhere between here and there, they must have died.
They did.
These aren't our kobolds. Like these are not familiar kobolds.
No,
Nope.
these are the ones that we met whenever we played our one shot.
Yep.
That's the one shot. That's what Zach's and Matt's kobold.
As you meet Valine Harpel. And we're going to end it there. And we'll pick up.
Oh shit! I got so excited in this, I didn't even realize it's 9 o'clock.
Yep.
I'm glad I
like I
changed
said,
my shape.
we've got a lot of shit going on, and we kind of pulled it out of our asses, but we got it done. Got a lot of stuff done.
A good session.
You guys now have an idea of where the dragon is at currently. It's been attacking East Haven for at least an hour and a half now. Not sure how long it'll take, but you know East Haven's one of the bigger cities, so maybe it'll take it a little bit of time.
We have sleds now.
You also have sleds with sled dogs and undead kobolds and an old lady wizard. A lot of stuff. But we will be back on Sunday with our next episode of Descent into Avernus. So that'll be fun. We're going to go talk to some devils after dealing with boyfriend drama. There's a lot of shit going on. Either way. We'll see you then. Have a good night, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.